Guys, welcome to Box Football. And just to apologize, guys, on this late video. This was meant to be out a long time ago, but as Jack has said, Jack and I have said it on a number of occasions, we have lives. We have a lot to do with our lives. So we do apologize for this, but we're here just before the final. Now we're gonna do a combined 11 of Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid for the final. And also, guys, we're gonna talk a bit about the final and also talk who the prediction on guys who we think is going to win. Now, for this combined 11, I'm going to be honest, and Jack's going to be honest too. If we're just picking it just based on their ability and the overall, probably have 11 Real Madrid players in there. Yeah, let's be Jack. Do you kind of agree there? I
Yeah,
think.
so like just I guess full transparency, before me and James started recording, if me and James went down the local park and me and James were team captains and we were picking teams, first 11 picks would be the 11 Real Madrid players, apart from maybe one or two Dortmund players, but we know the Real Madrid team, the talent, the ability of each individual player is better. But I think based on Champions League performances, which we're going from, James, these are two teams that have both made the final. So, Borussia Dortmund didn't like sleepwalk their way to the final here. They did it based on good performances defensively, offensively, midfield. Yeah.
And I can also argue at the same time, Jack, in my opinion, Borussia Dortmund had a harder route to the final based on I know Real Madrid knocked out Man City, but at the same time, if you look at the gauntlet that Borussia Dortmund went through in the group stages, yeah, all the way up, like all the way up to the final, it has been difficult for them at the same time. It's not like both teams had an easy ride, both had tough rides, but we now find ourselves here. Jack, should we start off with the goalkeeper first?
Well, so I like doing it from the obvious ones, and then I like kind of having the conversation later. Do you want to do goalkeeper first though?
Yeah, I'm happy just to build it up in because you know,
I'm pretty happy with Andrew Lunin here. I think he's been pretty great. I mean, if you want to go for, if you want to go for the Dortmund keeper, you can. But I think Lunin's been great. And again, I know that Courtois is likely going to play tomorrow. But I've got to be honest, this is one where I think Carlo Ancelotti potentially has it wrong. I think Lunin should probably remain the goalkeeper. I think his performances have probably deserved that. I know Thibaut Courtois is kind of the better keeper, and it's a final, so maybe you want to play it safe and just go with the more talented guy. But I think Andrew Lunin's performances have deserved him to start. I don't know what you think.
for me, it's Gerald Corbell. I know I've butchered the pronunciation, guys. Tell me if I'm wrong there, but Jack, to me, in 11 games, he's had 6 clean sheets. Jack, he's had 6 clean sheets overall. Only Jack, he's only conceded 8 goals, while Lunin in that I think in 8 games or so has only actually conceded 10 goals and also only 2 clean sheets. And also, you mentioned Jack the fact Lunin obviously came big in Jack. He was very big in the game against Man City, making Jack making a big penalty save, but at the same time, he won't be playing in the final. Now, if my man was fit, and my man is Thibaut Courtois, this wouldn't be a debate. But I'm going to
Sure.
go for a guy who's been ever present for his team throughout the whole of the Champions League run, and I'm happy to put him in there, Jack.
Yeah, look, I'm happy to concede that. To be honest with you, I just wanted Lunin to get a little bit of love because I feel kind of bad that he's missing out. If I was even a professional earning loads of money for a team like Real Madrid, if I've played every single game in a cup competition and my performances have massively contributed to getting to the final, I'd be a little gutted if I didn't play in the final. So
100%.
maybe Carlo Ancelotti needs to have a word with him because I would not be a very happy camper if that were me. James, you want to move to the defense here, or do you want to go somewhere
Yes.
else?
So I'm happy to stick with the two centre backs, Jack. Actually, no,
Yep.
fullback first. Fullback first. Right back. Who do you got, Jack? Because I got Carvajal.
Uh,
I
yeah, I've got Carvajal too. Less because Carvajal's been brilliant. And sorry, more because I just don't feel particularly. I think over the whole 11, based on performances, I think this is the worst performing group at right back. I don't know if you'd agree with that.
I think Carvajal's had some big performances, Jack. I feel like one of the most impressive things I see from Carvajal was away against City on the yellow card early. The fact that he was able to go against Grealish and like stay there and not get sent off and like to me put out an unbelievable defensive performance. And
I
Jack,
mean,
especially when Doku comes on, able to hold him too. I mean, listen,
that the
Carvajal's
docu thing I'll give credit for. Jack Grealish has been awful this year, so I'm not giving Carvajal any credit for marking Jack Grealish, but Jeremy Doku one on one, I
That's
don't know if there are many
Jack,
wingers
Jack to
better in
me,
world
Jack to me,
football right
that's a
now.
mini little rivalry for me, Calvo,
Yeah,
in like Doku. But moving on to the two centre backs, Jack. To me, I got. Do you want to go first or like?
I got both Dortmund centre backs. I got Mats Hummels and
Wow,
I got Schlotterbeck. Yeah, I don't think Dortmund are in the semis without Mats Hummels. I think well, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. He was man of the match in one of the games, maybe
I
even
think
both of the
I
games.
think it
So
might have been both, Jack.
yeah, like unreal. He's brilliant. I was so disappointed when he left for Bayern Munich when he did. I think he either should have stayed at Dortmund his whole career. I would have loved to have seen him in the Premier League for a part of his career as well. And again, the partnership with Schlotterbeck has been great. And James, we talked about it at the beginning. If you and I were at the park, we probably wouldn't, apart from maybe a couple of names maybe coming up here, we wouldn't pick any Borussia Dortmund players over any of the Real Madrid players. They're going to have to get here by keeping it tight at the back. And as much as we want to give Kubel credit in the goal, he's had a lot of support from those two defenders in the centre there. And
And
again,
also the post, Jack, at the same time.
yeah, that's true. That's true as well. But I just think both are massively, massively deserving. I think that obviously Real Madrid have had some injuries in the centre back position. There's been some issues. Obviously, a lot of noise around Nacho, I believe, leaving for a free transfer, maybe on hopefully on his way to Roma. That'd be really cool. Um, but yeah, I think both Dortmund centre backs deserve these spots.
Um, I, I I do agree they have been unbelievable, but I have to put this guy in, Jack, because he's had different patterns throughout the whole Champions League run, and he's marked out two of the best strikers in the world in Erling Haaland and Harry Kane, and that's Rudiger, Jack. Nobody wants to play against him. He's had different. He's played with Nacho for like the majority of like this whole Champions League campaign. To me, what he has been able to do, and he when I look at him, I genuinely believe that he's a top five centre back in the world. I would hate to play against him. He's big, he's strong. Jack, he can also chip in with a goal and assist. He also helped assist the goal for in a final game against Bayern Munich. So we've got so much stuff there. So I'm happy with that.
He's
Rudiger and Hummels.
he's
I'm happy with that.
he's also his self confidence is through the roof. And I think that again, not to overly make it about anything else apart from football, but you think about a wide receiver going against a corner or any sort of DB in the NFL, right? You think about one-on-one matchups in the NBA. You have to have a certain level of self-confidence and self-belief to get up and go. And I feel like since leaving Chelsea, since wearing a Real Madrid kit, we've seen a different side of Rudiger with again, James, I'm going to call it what it is because I think it's healthy arrogance. If you're in a position where you're going to have to battle some of the best in the world on a week-to-week basis, especially in Champions League football, you need to have that kind of arrogance to become the very best. And like I said, the Rudiger we saw at Chelsea and the Rudiger we're seeing playing now, there's a different level there, and he's really
Two,
stepped up his game.
two completely different things. But Jack, moving on to the left back area right now, who do you got?
Ian Matson for me, and again, I was kind of surprised the more and more I thought about it. If we're going based on Champions League performances, I think Ian Matson definitely deserves this left back spot. I think this is something that Borussia Dortmund will look to pursue permanently in the summer transfer window, and I think it's one that they should pursue. I think it's the right thing to do. Yeah, I think again, would David Alaba or would Ferland Mendy or somebody of that nature be my preferred pick in that spot? Yeah, of course. But I think based on his performances, I don't think you can look past Ian Matson.
Do you know what, Jack? I'm happy to give you this one here, but Ferland Mendy, Jack, has came out of the blue and has been sensational this whole Jack Champions League run. The
Yeah,
performances against City, I know Real Madrid are looking towards Alfonso David and trying to get him and probably looking for a replacement overall. But Mendy's just been insane throughout this Champions League league performance, and he's one that I know Real Madrid so many stars. He's gone completely under the radar on how well he's been playing. I would love to put him in there. Do you know what? Let's put it to the fans. Yeah. Mendy, Matson, let us know. Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, who are you picking? Neutral fans, comment down below. But let's go for Matson for now. Let's try to get as many Dortmund players as we can get in there. Um, moving
yeah.
into also well deserved too, based on Champions League. Also moving Jack into the midfield. I have a controversial one here for you, Jack. But who do you
Okay.
got in there? Because one player I definitely got in there is Tony Cruz. easy for
Okay,
me. What he's been able to do, so many big
I
performances.
I
Um,
agree.
I get he probably doesn't finish many games due like Jack due to his legs, but how many times you watch a Real Madrid game and just see the control against him? Jack, both games against Bayern Munich, both games against Man City. When Real Madrid are ticking, it's because of him. So I gotta put Cruz in there. The next one I want to put next to him, Jack, is Emre Can. Because Sabitz has been
Mm,
incredible. Is
yeah.
Emre, how are you feeling about that?
I think Emre Can. I think every team needs an Emre Can.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Real Madrid's equivalent, and again, maybe this comes across as a diss, but I wonder if Real Madrid's version of that is somebody like a Valverde, right? Maybe somebody of that nature, where there's kind of a little bit of, we don't really talk about him, and he's not super flashy, and he's not the first name on the team sheet from like the fans' perspective and stuff, but it might be the manager's first name on the team sheet. And I wonder if he's that kind of guy. I don't have him there. Rounding
Yeah.
out the midfield, I've got Julian Brandt. I'm kind of cheating a little bit, but I've got Julian Brandt and obviously our pal Jude Bellingham. That would
No,
be
no, 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 no. This is where I'm gonna stand on business here, Jack. In my opinion, I'm gonna stand on business right
yeah.
now. Jude Bellingham has not been good in this Champions League run. It's all to
Okay.
me. If I'm basing it on performance, Jack, I don't put
Yeah.
Jude in. I know the English guys want to pop him in there. And all. If you're talking about what he's done in the league this year, definitely
Yeah.
give it to him. At the start of the group stage, yeah. But since probably the middle part of the group stage, all the way up to knockout stage, Jack, I don't think to me, Julian Brandt, no debate there. No debate. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Good.
If you
Okay.
want to say, if
Right.
you
Well,
want to,
then
to me,
no, no,
Camavinga's,
go off.
yeah, to
No,
me,
go.
yeah,
Bellingham, go.
to me, Camavinga, I think his performance has been very hit or miss. You know, there's time when he's coming off for a player like Modric to come on and obviously affect the game. Too many played center back a lot this season. That's why I'm talking about Rudiger's had so many different partners. I'm happy to
So
put
would
Emre
you
Can in
would
there. I'm happy to put Emre Can and Brandt in
so
there next to Cruz.
would you say then because again I'm looking at I'm looking at 10 appearances in the competition which and I believe the maximum at this point is 11, right? So I think he's only missed one game,
Hmm.
all goals, four assists, and but I take it your point is that it's not been semis, it's not been quarters, it's not been defining cup run matches, it's been against softer opponents, easier
Yeah,
times.
and I could also I think probably one of his best performances was against the RB Leipzig one, but Real Madrid didn't play well. The first leg, Jack, if you remember, he missed the game, and it was Brahim Diaz came on and scored that absolute wonder goal. I think Brahim Diaz overall probably might have affected games a lot more than Jude Bellingham did for Real Madrid this season.
Okay.
Now, Real Madrid fans, if you want to crucify me, let me know because for me, from what I've seen, I don't believe Jude Bellingham has been up to scratch. Yeah, based on his run, especially in the knockout stage of the Champions League. A lot of the time, Jack, also he's getting taken off. So for me, I'm happy to put Emre Can, Tony Cruz, and Brandt there. Put Brandt as the 10 and Emre Can sitting next
Yeah.
to Tony Cruz. To be fair,
I
also
want to
Jack, it's an
kind of
all German. No, is an all German midfield. Where's
yeah, oh,
Julian
yeah.
Brandt?
If Chan gets in there, yeah. I do just want to throw another name at you. Just because I think he's been kind of underrated and kind of important as well. What do you think of Marcel Sabitzer as well? How do you think he's performed?
I mean, to me, he's just been a player, just a breath of fresh air, something that we didn't see coming, Jack. You know, we know it's time of Manchester United, and it was a bit up and down, but to see how his partnership, to me, with like Emre Can, been brilliant. Two box to box players, two players who are willing to cover ground and also get in the box and score goals, create chances, do a lot of the dirty work. You could pick either one there, but I just think Emre Can's performance has just been a bit higher than um Sabitzer for me, but overall, two players there who I'm happy to put in. Now, I feel like Real Madrid fans right now saying, how could you not give us love? In my opinion, based on performance, yeah, Champions League performance. You're talking about league performances, 11 Real Madrid players. Easy.
Right, right,
one team won their league. The opposite team like finished what, sixth? Yeah, so they have to win this.
right.
No, fifth. Fifth. So they have to win. No, they're all guaranteed because I'm pretty sure Germany have a second spot there. But Real Madrid's overall season, better. But based on the
Yeah,
11 games that they've played in the Champions League so far, or 12 games that they've played in the Champions League so far, I'm picking So I got four or five Borussia Dortmund players. But don't worry. I'm gonna show you love right now, Jack. Should we even talk about the left hand side?
No, we don't need to. The guy's on fire. Best player on this pitch, for certain. And yeah, I think no complaints here whatsoever from me. And again, a guy who I think his light's going to shine very very bright for a very long time. Vinicius Junior, unbelievable performances, and James, I think he's going to light it up tomorrow. I think Dortmund are going to have to do something pretty special to stop him.
um moving on to the right hand side. I'm a bit torn right now because everybody, Jane Sancho's had some good performances since he's come back, but he only played like half the games, Jack. He's be obviously we
Right.
know what happened with Manchester United. That's going to dock him points there. Rodrigo, to me, to his standards, I believe he hasn't been at that level as much as I want him to be. But at the same time, Jack, he came up with some big moments and also Jack some big goal scoring, scoring three times against Man City and also in Jack also goals against no, he didn't score against Bayern Munich, but he won the penalty for Vinicius in the second, no, in the first leg. I'm happy to pick Rodrigo. I believe his
So am I.
performances could be better, but I'm happy to pick Rodrigo there. If if
I,
if let's just
I
say Sancho would have played a lot more, probably would have went for Sancho.
also I want to just ask you this very quickly to aside. Mbappe's coming in, Hendrick's coming in. We know Real Madrid are going to be pretty proactive, like they usually are in the transfer window, and we know they like to, where they can, prioritize attacking spaces. Does Rodrigo need to leave Real Madrid? Because there were links to him at Man City, and I want to just hear your thoughts about what he should do this summer.
Jack, I got one I'm gonna hold in a minute.
Okay,
Yes, Rodrigo, in my opinion, should come to Arsenal because that's where he belongs.
he could,
I've been
James.
clamoring.
He could go
Jack,
to Arsenal.
Jack, he'll be absolutely for me like he's playing a bit out of position where he's a player who loves to cut inside onto his right foot. He wants to play on the left hand side. Has been used almost up front or in just Jack the right hand side position where he's not as comfortable, but he still does a job. He really does still does a job. I'm seeing links with Man City today. Maybe Jack, that's a thing, but I just want to put something out there. Emre Can, could you just put Emre Can slash Valverde? Because I don't know how we forgot about how good Valverde has been in this Champions League run, Jack. So many big performances, so many big moments from him. I'm happy to put Emre Can or Valverde. You guys let us know who you want. Yeah, so I'm gonna so for all the Real Madrid fans are gonna kill me. Yeah,
There
I'm
you
trying to
go.
bounce it out there.
Bellingham doesn't make the team, but half of Valverde does. But no, look, James, Rodrigo, you want to play off the left for Arsenal with Saka on the other side? I
Uh,
think I think that's okay. I think that would
That's
work.
that's an absolute dream. But Jack, let's finish off with the striker position. And I feel like with this Real Madrid don't really play with a striker. They play with the 4-4-2, have Hosselu coming off the bench, and that's kind of what holds them back a little bit, in my opinion. Um, I'm gonna give to Falkirk, Jack.
Yeah,
Again,
sure.
hasn't been spectacular. I think on what Jack, you say only 4 goals in the Champions League, but four
Yeah.
big goals and big in Jack, big moments
think it
overall,
might,
but also
James, it might even be three. I think it's three. Three goals, three assists,
but
I think.
But when it's a bit bad because we're really clutching at straws like to me, when we look at the number 9 position overall. Again, if you played a Real Madrid 4-4-2 diamond, I would get it. But in a 4-3-3, Fulker kind of gets over Hosselu. So yeah, I'm happy to stick with that. But Jack, let's go into the predictions of the final now. If you guys disagree with this, let us know. But Jack, who do you have winning this final?
Mm, Again, I think it's a classic head and heart story, right? Heart wants to go Dortmund, head wants to go Real Madrid. Um, I always like to try and tap into the mentality of finals and of games and just how, where teams are at, how they're feeling, all this kind of stuff. James Dortmund do really go into this game with nothing to lose, and Real Madrid should win. And I just want to throw out Bayer Leverkusen should have beaten Atalanta. Now, Atalanta, no pushovers, but Atalanta haven't been undefeated in Serie A this season. Um, And Atalanta won kind of handsomely against Bayer Leverkusen in kind of a little bit of an upset and a shock result. Um, Manchester United beat Manchester City in the FA Cup final. No one gave them a shot at all. Um, I'm wondering if Real Madrid, if they're smart about it, if they can get lucky with an early goal, a mistake from Real Madrid, I don't know what it might look like. Can Dortmund hold on? Do they have the players who can catch Real Madrid on the break if they go up early? I think they do. I am going to say, and again, I know people are going to think, what the hell are you talking about? But there just seems to be a little rhythm and a little strange thing happening in the world at the moment. I wonder if Borussia Dortmund, nothing to lose, going after it, do Real Madrid become a little bit complacent? I'm going to go Dortmund 2-1.
I like that. I like that a lot, Jack. And if
I
one of
don't feel,
us,
again, I'm going heart over head there for sure, and I'm thinking about it maybe too much, but I've just got this weird feeling.
Jack, I want to believe you. In fact, the old me would have said that, but this Real Madrid team has let me know that don't mess about with them. We've seen Real Madrid win their last eight Champions League finals, Jack. The last eight European finals, no, but mainly, Jack, the last eight Champions League finals. And we've seen them, the last five especially, win them in different ways, Jack. Coming from behind, done that. Yeah, last minute, Jack, winner, done that. Dominating finals, done that. Getting battered and finding a way, done that. Winning dramatically on penalties, done that. They win any single way possible. And Jack, we've seen throughout this run, yeah, against the juggernaut of Man City away at the Etihad. We said that they couldn't do it. They found a way. Yeah. Against Bayern Munich, they're down and out, Jack. Yeah. Listen, like they're hitting the door. It's just not opening. You're thinking they've done everything. Surely Bayern Munich are gonna win this. They find a way. In this competition, it must be divine intervention or something like that. But Real Madrid always find a way. And unfortunately, they will find a way to win no matter what. Borussia Dortmund are going to come out all guns blazing, whatever. Real Madrid will find a way. I can't mess with this team. As much as I would love to see Royce have an amazing swan song and get to lift that trophy and be that person for once that he deserves, it's not going to happen because it's Real Madrid and Tony Cruz.
Extra time winner, Marco Reus.
Extra time. I would love it, Jack, but Tony Cruz is gonna have six. Luka Modric is gonna have six. Nacho's gonna have six. So many players gonna have six there. Ancelotti's gonna have five.
That's
Real Madrid are gonna be holding up to 15. Bellingham's gonna get his first one. And this roller coaster, this train that's been going for the last 10 years, Real Madrid winning is gonna constantly move because this is what they do. I would love to be wrong, but I can't bet against the Los Blancos and the team in white. So
yeah.
guys, let us know. We've been trying to be fair as much as we can with this combined 11. Did we get places wrong? Real Madrid fans, you're probably going to crucify us. Crucify us. Dortmund fans, you're probably going to say these guys are being nice. Let us know if we've been wrong in any way, shape, or form, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Jack, do you want to say anything before we
Well,
leave?
I just wanted, I felt like we really kind of floated over Julian Brandt. He's been brilliant, right? I just wanted to give like 30 seconds to Julian Brandt. Silky smooth, an absolute pleasure to watch. Kind of a little bit more of what feels like kind of a dying breed of midfielder from what we had maybe 5, 10 years ago, that kind of style of number 10. But he's been amazing this year. And I don't know if we glossed over him, I can't remember, but he's been brilliant.
To me, we have, but guys, let us know, and we'll see you guys at the final.